It has been named the calamity of city lifetime. Impoverished way of life and adiposity include led to a splash in kind 2 diabetic, a state how occurs while the flesh cannot make quite insulin to govern bloodstream blood sugar levels. Now scientists say how millions of human beings about the planet in diabetic may not be capable to accessing insulin above the following 10 years and more than several 400 millionth human beings, more than rather than part of them in China, India, and the US, elderly 20 to 79, are residing in kind 2 diabetic, that is the largest overall shape of the illness. Their numbers are anticipated to climb up to more than rather than 500 millionth by 2030. This some shape is kind 1 diabetic in that the flesh attacks its own insulin-producing pancreatic cage. Accessing is certain as the conjunction of presence and availability. Dr. Sanjay Basu of Stanford College in the US, who led the study, said me. In supplement to prices, it as well tool how a delivery circuit must be in location how can knob and reliably spread a chilled narcotic and the different supplies love clean needles and syringes how must go on in it. Why has insulin, a 97-year-old narcotic, that was vaunted as one of the at first miracle drugs of the 20th age, remained sequentially costly above the year? One cause, say scientists, is how 3 multi-ethnic companies, Novo Nordisk, Eli Lilly and Business, and Sanofi, monitoring 99% of the $21 bn, £16 bn, world insulin marketplace in regulation of importance and 96% in regulation of amount. This identical companies monitoring the whole US marketplace. Though in the US, wherever more than rather than 20 millionth human beings include been undiagnosed as diabetes, of-pocket cost for insulin enlarged by 89% among 2000 and 2010. The is real though for adults who are coded by insurance coverage. The cost of the narcotic shooting up of $40 a bottle to $130 a bottle, every bottle normally lasts for a pair of weeks at the largest. Down there are as well questions on the presence of the narcotic. The world monitoring of the insulin marketplace, on to David Henri Baron of Geneva College Hospitals and College of Geneva, tool how countries include a little quantity of suppliers to select of, or the element has leading in human beings possessing to changing the kind of insulin they get as companies include closed, several, formulations of the marketplace. Down there are various types of insulin and doctors dictate the kind how is the largest advantageous to patients depending on how they answer to the narcotic, way of life option, the patient's year, bloodstream blood sugar goals and the quantity of injections to be undertaken each date. Several low and medium revenue countries are particularly sensitive to disruptions in delivery. A research of insulin presence found supplies were low in 6 countries, Bangladesh, Brazil, Malawi, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. As well impoverished control and ineffective allocation can conduct to disruptions. In Mozambique, for sample, 77% of the full delivery of insulin remained in the equity town, resultant in shortages in the otherwise of the nation. Globally, problems of availability and presence of insulin are threats to lifetime and problem the really conception of a order to public health, says Dr. Baron. So why is a narcotic how was found almost 100 years ago by 2 scientists at the College of Toronto yet not accessible as a cheap-priced common? The scientists sold out the patent application to the college for $1. Drugs that are in top consumer demand normally be more than available following their patent elapse, thanks to inexpensive common competitive environment. But how did not occur in the instance? One cause, say scientists Jeremy A. Green and Kevin Riggs, is how insulin, that is a hormonal manufactured by residing cells, is more than facility and stronger to back up. And common narcotic companies, they append, include not deliberate it worth to do so. Biosimilar insulins, that are such to insulin, are as well accessible in the marketplace and propose more than competition prices, but they drop brief of a common release. Scientists say insulin should be turned on in versatile public health scope packages and diabetic funders should distribute a portion of their cash for innovate in the supply of thoroughness and the narcotic. Obviously, poor public health system, Impoverished accessing to public health means, public health thoroughness, supply of diabetic thoroughness, and price are all preventing accessing to insulin. Rather a few things requirement to occur, consisting the cost and infrastructure facilities to spread, says Dr. Basu. Before later, the insulin jab is not departure to be affordable at any time quickly.